guys, have you ever reloaded brass and you come across something like that where your brass just will not go into the headspace gauge? Well, when I first started reloading pistol, we came across some issues like this, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. I thought maybe my my sizing dies were wrong. I talked to some other reloaders, and they thought, "Oh yeah, you must have the wrong size of dies." Sorry, and I went and bought another set of dies, and I still had the problem. Well, what we have is what they call case bulging. A partial bulge brass, or bulged brass, is caused by what they call a partially unsupported chamber. Now what that means is, after I looked it up, and let's say in a rifle, when you put, let's just say this is a rifle bullet, when you put it into the chamber, it goes all the way. You fire it, and then it forms to the chamber, and then you can take it out. No problem, you can reload it. Well, in a lot of these pistols that are considered partial supported, some of the Glocks are known for it, it puts the brass in the chamber, but it stops. And then you fire it. Well, this part here that doesn't get into the chamber bulges out, and what you've got is a bulged brass. See that? It will not go. I could force it all day long and it won't go. So what they've got on the market is a Bulge Buster kit. And basically all it is or a Bulge Buster kit. It comes with basically this ram that you put in your press, and that will push the brass up, and I'll show you guys this in a minute. And then you've got the part that goes up into the crimping die. All right, now this bulge busting kit will work with 380 auto, 357, 40 Smith & Wesson, 10 millimeter, the 400 core Bond, all of your 45s, whether it's a 45 ACP, 45 Win Mag, and 41 Action Express. Now what you need to go along with this is a factory crimp die, and that's what I've got here. Now to put this together, you're going to take your factory crimp die, remove this part, and the little collar, or the collet inside. See, there it is. I'm going to set these aside. What I do is I just put them back into the case. Now we're going to take the part that came with the Bulge Buster, screw it down in, a few turns, or I'll go all the way. Okay, now that's ready to go to the press. So we're going to take these over to the press, and I'll show you how this works. Alright, here we are at the press. We're going to put this into the shell, or in the shell holder place. Now we're going to screw the factory sizing die with the attachment we got from the bulge busting kit in. And what they said is you bring the ram up all the way until it stops, and then you bring down the case, I don't know why I want to call it the case length gauge, but the crimping die, to where you have at least a 1/4 inch inside. So I'll just stop that right there. Now what we're going to do is place this little thing that came with the Bulge Buster on top, and we're going to start placing some bullets in. Now the instructions say, let me get that away. The instructions say put it with the the case up. So you want the primer pocket down. So what I do is I just place it up in until it stops, slowly bring up the ram, push it through. Do some more. And this forms the brass back to factory specs. Alright, here's another one that I found that won't go in all the way. See, it won't go. Place it up in. Oh, that one was tight. Let me get some leverage here. There it goes. Alright, now let's take them out and I'll show you what they look like. I just use an Allen wrench to push them up and out with. Alright, here's the pieces we did. Goes in nice. Now I got to get it out. Just use an Allen wrench, push it out with. Goes nice. Now, let's say you guys have already reloaded some bullets and you didn't know about the bulging. And you're going to have, oh, that one's already been done. You're going to have one to look something like that after you're checking them. You've already loaded it. Well, you can run that through the press too. I'll do that right now. Now, this has got a counter bore in it, so it stays away from the primer. You'll just pop it on through. And we'll check it with the headspace gauge, and it goes. Alright, this is right on the Bulge Buster, and I've read this in other similar products, but do not use the Bulge Buster kit to reload for the 40 Smith & Wesson Glock or similar guns with chambers that do not fully support the cartridge due to the intrusion of the feed ramp. Now also what I've read too is now that they've been bulged, we put them back to factory specs, and you put them back into a gun that's not a fully supported, and that brass has already been weakened, and there's been reports of the brass cracking and actually separating inside these guns that aren't fully supported. So for those of you who are looking into reloading 40 Smith & Wesson, or even looking at buying a 40 Smith & Wesson gun, make sure that the manufacturer that you're going to buy the gun is a fully supported chamber. That way you can reload your 40 Smith & Wesson. Now for those of you who are looking at buying one of these Bulge Buster kits, I got this one from Amazon and it was roughly $17. But in order to utilize it, if you're using 380 auto, you need to use this part number, the factory crimp die. 357 40 Smith & Wesson at 10mm, you use that factory crimp die, and then you can read the other ones, and it's pretty simple to use. Since we've been using ours, we've done probably maybe only 1,000 brass with it, but I thought you guys might find that interesting, helpful for you. So like to thank you for watching my video today on bulge busting, and feel free to thumbs up, and I thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.